Ugh, panda eyes. If your mascara ends up migrating under your eyes by noon, you're not alone. But what if I told you there is a way to use a non-waterproof mascara that won't smudge? And you can remove it just with water. Yep, it's that simple. These first tips are for those of you that don't want to change your mascara. The first step is to address eye cream. If it's rich, it's going to break down your mascara. If you are going to apply it to the eyes, apply it slightly lower than where these creases are. Then you want to avoid oil-based makeup. Even regular foundation and concealer can crease, so you want to make sure you remove any excess product. I do this with a cotton bud once I've allowed it to settle in place. If you leave this to sit in the lines and you don't set it in place, it's going to break down your mascara. To make sure you don't get any creasing, I like to use the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra powder. It's basically just silica and hyaluronic acid. It creates a super smooth, almost weightless veil to the skin. It acts a bit like a seal because once it's down, other products don't really grip to it. So it prevents your mascara smudging, but you wouldn't want to apply it on top of your lids because eyeshadow really wouldn't grip to it. Now, if you want to avoid having to change your eye cream and set your under eyes, this is the answer. This is a tubing mascara. I'm going to use this one by Beauty Pie because I have it to hand, but all tubing mascaras are fantastic. So they use a different technology to regular mascara. So instead of using waxes and oils that coat lashes, which can melt, flake or smear, tubing mascaras use film forming polymers. The way I always describe a tubing mascara is as if the mascara is cuddling the eyelash because it wraps each lash in what's known as a flexible tube. It's like a cylindrical sleeve that slots onto each individual eyelash. And because the tube is a solid film, it doesn't dissolve into the oils from your skin or your eye cream, and it doesn't dry down into like brittle flakes that you get with most mascaras. Traditional mascara formulas are softened with oil from the skin and makeup and then they smear, whereas the tubing polymers are oil resistant so they won't transfer under the eyes. That's why you don't get the raccoon look or the panda eye when you use a tubing mascara. So if you do get it on the skin, allow it to dry because then you can knock it off with a cotton bud or a dry spoolie brush and it will come away no problem, but allow it to dry first. I'll show you in a little while just how flexible this mascara is. Again, it doesn't have to be this specific brand. I do like the Beauty Pie one, but all tubing mascaras have the same effect. If you are going and getting married abroad and you're looking for a great mascara that can kind of withstand humidity, tubing mascaras are a great option. However, if you're quite a teary person and you know that you're going to cry, I would opt for waterproof. Waterproof mascara is great, but it is a nightmare to remove. It definitely has a place and it's great for any teary event, but it does need an oil-based remover to remove it. So on this eye, I am going to apply the tubing mascara underneath my lower eyelashes, and then on the opposite eye, I'm going to use a mascara that I know that tends to move underneath my eyes throughout the day. Then I can just show you the difference. Bear in mind, under this eye, I didn't set it. So I wanted to show you a regular mascara without setting the under eye. So this is just a single coat of the same mascara on the top lashes, but different mascara on my lower eyelashes. And this is a few hours later with touching my eyes. You can see it does transfer underneath, which is why I don't use that mascara very often. And with this eye, if I rub it, you can see we don't get a single transfer. We're not getting any flaking and it's still super flexible. I do hate a mascara that gives super crisp, stiff eyelashes. So I'm going to show you in real time how easy this is to remove. I'm going to get a little scientific on you now, just so that you fully understand. When you apply this mascara, the water evaporates after application and it basically shrink wraps around each of your individual lashes. When they're exposed to warm water, the heat and the moisture softens the bond between the polymer tube and the lash, so the film loses its adhesion, swells slightly, breaks its grip, and then you can remove it. So dipping my fingers into water, which I tend to do under the faucet in the sink, I'm taking my forefinger and thumb and I'm placing the eyelash and the mascara between the warmth of my finger and the water. Then as you slide your forefinger and thumb away, you'll see these little black sleeves or tubes just come off so gently and they reveal clean eyelashes underneath. It's one of the tidiest ways to remove mascara. You'll never end up with it smeared all over your skin like a traditional mascara does. Obviously, when you do this over a sink, you can use both hands to do both eyelashes at the same time and it's super quick. There's something super satisfying about removing it. And again, you can do exactly the same with your lower eyelashes. You'll see they just come off. They're so soft once you've warmed them up, and you can use a microfiber cloth and it doesn't disturb the makeup elsewhere. You can see my brown eyeliner that I applied to begin with is pretty much still intact because I haven't had to rub my eyes to remove it. So this is great if you don't want to rub your delicate eye skin. So that's my trick for stopping mascara from smudging underneath the eyes using a tubing formula. I'd love to know, have you tried tubing mascaras before? What's your experience with them? Or maybe I've convinced you to give them a go. Let me know down in the comment section below. If you found this helpful, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like more makeup tips and tutorials. And if you'd like to keep watching, I'll link some of my other problem solving tutorials right here on the screen for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!